Welcome everyone to the launch of our highly anticipated game-changing VARA Ambassador Portal. We're so glad to have you with us for this momentous occasion. It's been a long time coming, and now that it's here, the future truly is looking bright for all of us. But there's plenty more to be excited about, with massive announcements riding along with our Ambassador Portal launch. Stay tuned until the end of today's activities when I'll be announcing the latest news on upcoming events and competitions. So, let's get on with the show. Over to you, Greg.
Thank you all for joining us for this special event, the launching of the VARA back office, your gateway to the entire VARA universe and game economy, where you can embrace our 4 foundational pillars to earn, engage, store, and collect. However you choose to take control of your financial future, there's something for everyone to make the most of their VARA experience. There have been incredible developments for the back office, with a sublime dashboard to land on, true gamification of your earning experience through challenges, new access packs, and personal consumption. With the launch of the Ambassador Portal, I'd like to take you through some of the updated features that you can enjoy. In the earnings section, we've created a great visualization of your earnings and payouts in graph form, giving you finer details about the value you're extracting for all your hard work. Under My Business, we've added a new leaderboard to give you the ultimate overview of your organization's downline, where you can see which of your members are excelling in sales and driving your business. We've also added another level of visual intuition by adding ranked borders to all your members in your downline, giving you easy visuals to see the biggest players in your teams. A major change that you can expect to see in the Ambassador Portal is the new game library, where you'll be able to view and access your games and their relevant game inventory and assets. Right now, it's just Star VARA you'll be seeing, but keep in mind that in the future, as we actualize becoming the new Steam of blockchain, there will inevitably be a multiverse of game titles with all their inventories and digital assets. Promotions have now become giveaways, where you'll be promoting all the latest competitions that you can enter into. Under resources, we'll be adding a comprehensive explainer of the workings of the compensation plan and other essential info to get you jump-started on your VARA experience. And finally, under your profile section, we've included a spilling preference option where you can specifically automate how you'd like your organization to fill out, giving you more power when building your teams. It's been an incredible journey reaching this point with the merging of Star Horizon and Star VARA to finally be able to present to you this powerful tool that is the Ambassador Portal. Best of luck to you all who have chosen to join us. Let it be the beginning of great things to come. Now, alongside our VARA back office launch, we have some groundbreaking news to share with you. As promised, we have an exciting announcement that is going to reshape the gaming and blockchain landscape. But let's start with what has led us up to this occasion. Our mission has always been to establish an all-inclusive Web 5 ecosystem, which represents the future of blockchain technology. Now, what exactly is Web 5? In simple terms, it refers to the next generation of blockchain solutions that address the compliance, scalability, speed, scale, and cost limitations faced by traditional Layer 1 blockchains. And this is precisely what our groundbreaking Layer 2 approach to solving these challenges is. Today, we are thrilled to introduce Dark Fusion, the result of years of dedication and collaboration between myself and the brilliant team led by Dominik Bojkovic, co-founder of Dark Fusion Technologies. Dark Fusion is our solution to the fundamental flaws of traditional blockchains, and it will revolutionize the gaming, fintech, and traditional blockchain services industries. With Dark Fusion, we have addressed the inherent flaws of Layer 1 blockchains. These traditional blockchains often face compliance challenges, scalability limitations, and issues with speed and cost. However, we have developed a proprietary smart contract language and protocol that empowers us to overcome these obstacles. This remarkable accomplishment sets us apart as one of the industry pioneers, possibly the first, to successfully tokenize assets on Layer 2. So what does this mean for gaming, fintech, and traditional blockchain services? It means a paradigm shift in how these industries operate. In gaming, we are empowering users to tokenize their in-game assets, granting them true ownership and the ability to unlock their value. In the financial industries, we're pioneering as the first decentralized Layer 2 exchange, providing lightning-fast, secure, and cost-effective transactions. And in traditional blockchain services, we are setting up a new standard by creating a new blockchain standard with Web5. But here's the most exciting part. We want you, our community, to be a part of this groundbreaking journey. We're inviting you, our VARA ambassadors, to the official case study, working hand in hand with us to shape and realize this vision. Together, we will build an ecosystem that drives innovation, fosters collaboration, and sets the new standard for blockchain technology. Thank you for your support and get ready to embark on this remarkable journey with us. Dark Fusion is leading the way in creating a decentralized future that'll redefine the gaming, fintech, and blockchain services industries. Now, let's discuss the future of Dark Fusion with our creator, Dominik Abojkiewicz. Thank you. Dom, it's great to be back on this special occasion. I'm very excited today to talk about Dark Fusion. It's been 25 years in the making, a culmination of both of our life's work. We were chatting about it the other day and how fortuitous it is that we've come to this point. The convergence now of true innovation through blockchain, gaming, fintech, and it's all to do with Dark Fusion. What a breakthrough. Thanks for joining us today.
I'm so excited to share it.
Dom, I want you to talk about the significance of what's going on here with Dark Fusion, and then I'm going to run through some pretty tough questions just so the audience really gets the significance of this breakthrough. So first off, talk to us around the technology that is Dark Fusion, the breakthrough that you've made, the tireless nights that you've been coding without much sleep, and now we're at this point where we've done something that's really going to turn heads.
Yeah, so to summarize it as cleanly as I can, I'd say the major breakthrough that we're bringing to the table is tokenized assets on the Bitcoin Lightning Network. And this is incredibly significant because it means suddenly you can move around your crypto assets at lightning speeds instantaneously, cross-border with incredibly minimal fees.
So what does that actually mean for the blockchain industry?
I think it finally means the beginning of the end of this fees and scalability debate, because we can start moving into a space where blockchains can do things that they previously haven't been able to do, specifically challenge Visa, challenge what PayPal does, possibly even challenge the SWIFT system, if I should say so.
How long has this been in the works for now? So we know of some other companies that are working on Layer 2 Lightning protocols. Lightning's been around since 2018. What is the development roadmap? What's happened in terms of the cycles to get to this point?
Yeah, so it's actually been really interesting because you've always had this dichotomy when it comes to the Bitcoin blockchain between tokens and your main BTC. And one of the problems has always been, how do you bring tokenization to the Bitcoin blockchain, or is this even something the Bitcoin blockchain wants from a block space perspective? And there have been token protocols in the past like OmniLayer, but those eventually got pruned by full nodes. And what this has led to is this kind of stagnation from a smart contract perspective on Bitcoin, and you have had EVM kind of taking the forefront when it's come to smart contracts, but EVM's not so good at providing a layer 2 solution, and in fact one could argue what's happening with sharding and proof of stake in the EVM environment is actually holding back a lot of the layer 2 development because it's going to create a lot of complexity. So what we've really done is we've developed this smart contract platform called Simple Contract Language, which allows you to put smart contracts onto UTXO-based blockchains, which suddenly means we can put smart contract technology on the Bitcoin blockchain, which then means we can embed tokens into Lightning channels on layer 2 and inherit all the cryptographic benefits of the Lightning network, which is incredibly exciting.
So you're saying we've developed our own smart contract that works on layer 2?
Not only our own smart contract that works on layer 2, but our own smart contract system. So this means other developers can join in, develop their own smart contracts, get the benefits of layer 2, and plug into this whole ecosystem.
Wow, how many companies today have developed smart contracts that work on layer 2 currently?
I'd say right now there aren't any companies doing layer 2 smart contracts, simply because the whole idea of smart contracts up until now has been baked into a layer 1 blockchain. So if you look at Ethereum, the layer 1 blockchain and their EVM, the ETH virtual machine, are intrinsically linked. And what we've done, I'd say, is the big breakthrough here is that we've taken the smart contract platform component and broken it free from its blockchain underpinning, but we're still using the blockchain to verify the validity of transactions. So you still get the cryptographic security of blockchain-based assets, but you don't have the weight of an EVM machine, and you suddenly can scale it up to layer 2 and gain all these benefits of the Lightning network.
That's incredible, Dom. So we've now created the smart contract. We've tokenized assets successfully on layer 2, end-to-end working. Can you confirm that?
I can confirm that.
That's incredible, Dom. Now, if we take a step back, what we're effectively doing here is we're addressing the fundamental problems and challenges of traditional layer 1 blockchain. This is the solve. Now, there was a question that was posed the other day. Great, you've created this unbelievable innovation on layer 2, but how do we get people into the system? How do we get liquidity into the system to make this a ongoing, viable solution?
So that's a really interesting question. It's actually quite a tough question. So obviously there's always been concerns about liquidity on the Bitcoin Lightning Network and how to handle that. And we have got 2 liquidity scaling solutions built into what we're doing with Simple Contract Language. The first is what we call UTXO batching, which essentially means you can take multiple smart contract interactions and batch them into a single transaction. This allows you to scale the cost of using smart contracts horizontally quite efficiently, and allows people to do smart contract based dexes or smart contracts based exchanges quite cheaply, because suddenly if you batch, let's say, 1,000 smart contract interactions into one $4 transaction, you're only paying 0.4 cents per transaction. So that's one of the ways that we're tackling it. And the other way is that because Simple Contract Language sits next to blockchains rather than embedded or on top of, from a layer perspective, you can have it be aware of layer 2 channels. So this is a concept we call synthetic liquidity, where you can have a layer 2 channel loan liquidity from the smart contract in order to facilitate channel payments that is then given back upon channel closure. And this is all embedded into the system.
So you've really thought about this end to end. It's not just about finding the solve on layer 2, but it's also how do we scale this? How do we make it more user-friendly? How are the larger communities going to adopt this technology going into the future?
100%. I think, from our perspective, it's very much been from a business use case scenario. We come from traditional gaming. We want to mint assets. We want to give people their items. We want to have 2 million gamers, shooting each other, dropping items, picking them up. And we want all of these to be transactions that can actually be cryptographically verified. So really very much from a need perspective, we've developed this technology with all of these scaling ideas at the forefront because we needed it more than anyone, like in a weird way.
This was really the problem solve from the beginning, where we were looking at it from a direct sales perspective, how we could address the problems in the direct sales model by instantaneous payments on the blockchain, and layer 2 facilitates that incredibly well. And then we looked at it from the gaming perspective in terms of being able to have true ownership of your digital assets, so your in-game assets with incredibly low fees. So we've looked at it on all fronts. So when we're building out this layer 2 solution, it was always with all of these verticals in mind.
100%. And it's actually really fascinating that you talk about true ownership, because that kind of brings me to real NFTs.
The NFT discussion. This is something to shout about.
So what we're really excited about with simple contract language is the ability to do what we call real NFTs. We kind of identified a fundamental problem with EVM-based NFTs when we were minting them on the Polygon blockchain. We did about 2 million NFT mints as an earlier pre-promotion. And in doing so, we had a real,
we spiked the gas fees.
Yeah, we managed to spike the gas fees to a degree where I think we were representing about 10 to 12% of the entire network's transactions at a point. This caused transaction fees to double in the time period we were minting, and it took us, well over a month to actually get through the minting of all the NFTs. And this really showed us the difficulty with, layer 1 solutions and scalability, and getting to a point where you can actually do this at a scale large enough to facilitate an MMO. And it was through those learnings that we kind of decided to take it further.
Wow, that's incredible. So one could say right now, we've created, when we say real NFT, this is truly non-fungible.
Correct.
How does that work?
So I think to start off there, you have to understand how an EVM NFT isn't real. And there's always these memes on the internet that people can take photos of the NFTs, or they're just images, and I think we get the memes, but what poses a bigger problem is that because you are embedding your smart contract platform on your layer 1, all your contract interactions are taking up block space. And this is actually a much bigger problem than people think, because you need block space to be small in order for your network to be sufficiently decentral, which is why Bitcoin has always kept very small blocks. So now, because of this, NFTs on these EVM networks don't embed the full data of the artwork. Instead, they just embed a URL pointing to the artwork, and they say this is sufficient for ownership. But the problem with that is if the person hosting the URL goes down, your NFT breaks. So I actually have NFTs.
So that's not true immutable ownership of a digital asset.
Not at all.
So there's a lot of falsehoods in the industry, a lot of myths around anything relating to layer 1, and this is a leading question now. So you've got your layer 1 blockchain. We're moving into the world of layer 2. The industry is buzzing right now. There's a lot of great companies in the space that are coming out with some incredible solutions to address the traditional problems. Now, what is the future of layer 2 when you're looking at layer 1? What happens to layer 2 once all these layer 2 solutions start coming into the space?
I think that's really going to be, when the crypto universe, for lack of a better term, takes off. Because I think that what's going to happen over time is we're going to see all of our liquid crypto, so our liquid BTC, our liquid amounts sitting in layer 2 being transacted quite actively. And then I see layer 1 is going to be our storage of wealth. So that's going to be where crypto assets that are in cold storage, that are sitting, off a blockchain, for longer periods of time, it's going to move slower, but it's still going to be highly profitable for those supporting that network. And I think the other aspect is, as layer 2 picks up, we suddenly have the ability to really facilitate true decentral exchanges. And I think that the future of crypto exchanging in general is going to be one where it is decentral rather than centralized.
So now we've got to this point now where we've made this incredible breakthrough on layer 2. I want to know how this is applying to the VARA ecosystem, solving problems on all fronts, from self-custodial wallets to instant transfer of digital assets, incredibly low fees, instant payouts to the network. Can you elaborate on the value there?
100%. So Dark Fusion is actually bringing a lot of value to the VARA ecosystem in a lot of different areas. And the biggest area that people are going to feel this value is in the form of speed and low fees. You're going to be able to transfer your crypto very quickly. It's going to feel very different from other crypto wallets. You're not going to have this confirmation time thing that you have. Everything's going to be settled instantaneously. That's going to make a huge difference, not only from a paying perspective, but also a payouts perspective. Being able to receive your payouts instantaneously is a big deal. The other thing that it does is these are Lightning enabled nodes. So you can transact with anyone else on the Lightning network instantaneously, which is a huge benefit. And I'd say the final element that's very exciting to me is that it allows us to facilitate a true decentral exchange. So suddenly you'll be able to trade your VARA tokens with your DFT tokens, with any of your in-game assets, your cosmetics, with BTC, all just instantaneously in a decentral manner. And for me, that's really exciting because that's kind of the egalitarian crypto future I've always been for. So it's a bit of a dream come true.
So we're setting up our own decentral exchange. This will be the Dark Fusion DEX, which will be tied to the VARA universe. There's another layer of value here which I want to start discussing. So the first side of this is the VARA ecosystem, where all the ambassadors are incentivized. There's a lot of value that's building in this ecosystem, specifically from the VARA token. And now we're going to talk about the decentral exchange and what that means with DFT, which is the Dark Fusion token, and how that ties into the VARA token, the trading pairs, this secondary layer of value. So we've got VARA. VARA is our massively multiplayer experience platform where you can engage, you can connect, you have all the layer 2 innovations built into it. And now we're setting up this incredible decentral Dark Fusion exchange. What does the future hold in terms of the trading pairs and the connection of value?
100%. So, for me, the Dark Fusion exchange was really, we built this technology, we built these Lightning nodes, we started transferring assets, we looked at this, we said, this is amazing to use. Wouldn't it be great if we could pack this value in and build something that everyone can get something out of? And I think that was kind of the genesis of the idea of facilitating this DEX, because suddenly when you can trade assets instantaneously at low fees, it makes the act of exchanging crypto much more accessible. And the second that occurs, you can get these massive benefits from facilitating a DEX. So that was the genesis of the idea of what we're going to do with the Dark Fusion DEX. And then the next component to that was how can we build value for those who help us support the DEX and keep it sufficiently decentral. And that brings us to the DFT token. And effectively, the DFT token, which is the Dark Fusion token, is a token that will be earned by those who help us support the network in the form of nodes, which will contain the information that keeps it decentral. And then that token will also be the primary trading pair across the DEX. So this means that those supporting the DEX early essentially get a similar benefit to those who got into Bitcoin mining in the early days or ETH mining in the early days. And this benefit also helps us keep it decentral, gets liquidity into the system, means people can benefit from it from a trading pairs perspective. And because everything is ultimately settled in DFT, that will help, provide and create value for that token.
So the VARA token and the DFT token have a symbiotic relationship.
100%. So your VARA token, you'll be able to trade for any of the trading pairs through the DEX. It'll instantaneously be there. It'll be one of the front and center tokens, one of the first ones listed as well.
So VARA would be our utility token within the VARA ecosystem, and through the DEX, the DFT is essentially our liquidity token.
Exactly.
That's incredible, Dom. Now, I want to take it one step further. Now, we've looked at VARA, we've looked at the decentral exchange, which will be a first, hoping to be one of the first decentral exchanges on layer 2 coming soon this year. This is the big build-up. But what does this mean for the future of VARA from a value perspective, specifically for our ambassadors? Now, they have incredible earning opportunities within the VARA ecosystem, but the future is very bright. Now, when we look at layer 2 technology, where we look at smart contract language, this incredible breakthrough that you've made, tokenizing assets on layer 2. Now, what other industries does this apply to? We're looking at the fintech industry, we're looking at blockchain services that also tie to the value in our tokens.
Excellent question. It's actually really amazing because, as we were developing this, we were like, oh, this can be applied to so many more things than just gaming. We can apply it to fintech, you can apply it to NFT marketplaces, to DeFi, to DAOs. All of these things can benefit from simple contract language, and they can start inheriting the benefits of the Bitcoin blockchain, which is the largest and most secure blockchain. I see a lot of DAOs, a lot of DeFi protocols on quite small blockchains, blockchains with a $4 billion market cap compared to Bitcoin's, $550 billion. those blockchains, they can get taken out. They can, there's a high risk in putting all your eggs in one basket. And I think that when it comes to security, the more secure blockchains are a better value proposition for where you want to keep your tokens. And it's always been speed and scalability that's been holding Bitcoin back from being this kind of house for tokens as a platform. And it's really through simple contract language and Dark Fusion that we can actually start making this happen.
So I just wanted to land this point, again, the significance of what we're doing here. We're potentially the first company globally to successfully end-to-end tokenize assets on layer 2. We're setting up the first decentral layer 2 exchange this year, coming through exclusively to the VARA ecosystem. And we've developed in-house, which is our proprietary technology, smart contract language, which will not only facilitate the future of layer 2, but will also work with other UTXO base chains. Is that correct?
100%.
Incredible stuff. And it really is the value that we are bringing to VARA that is going to enhance the ability to earn through our ecosystem, but also creating a new future of decentralization, empowerment to communities and people that are joining us. So lastly, I want to dive back into this journey that you've had to get here. I mean, we hear about disruptions in the tech space all the time. Things happen, innovations happen, but what really goes on behind the scenes in getting to these points, this is not something that's just happened. It's been a long road. I just want you to maybe talk to that journey.
Yeah, so thanks for the time to talk about it, because it's a bit of a long story, but I'll try and keep it as brief as I can. But there's a famous saying that an overnight success takes 10 years.
Yeah. And
this journey really began for me in 2014, kind of at the genesis of Ethereum. This was when ETH was coming out. I remember seeing a sub $100 Bitcoin and a sub $10 Ethereum. It was really a fun time in early crypto. I sadly didn't get much benefit from that because I was a student, but I was studying computer science at the same time that cryptography and cryptocurrencies were like getting the first bit of limelight. So I was very in tune with what was happening, quite fortunately, quite luckily, because I was at university at the time. And I was studying games, crypto was coming out, I was getting into it, and then kind of my first foray into it was we started mining some cryptocurrency, started building some mining machines, playing around with that, and then eventually that evolved into building a crypto trading card game called BitCards, which was actually using the OmniLayer protocol on the Bitcoin blockchain. And this happened right before Lightning Network and the fee spikes of 2017. So we were like getting ready to launch this. At the time, fees were low. We were super optimistic about crypto. And then right as we were going to launch, the 2017 price spikes of Bitcoin killed our business model. Because we priced everything in Bitcoin, we were ready to make a profit, and then suddenly it was $5 a transaction, and our booster packs, which cost $4, were losing us $1 every time we were selling them. So that was a hard lesson, and kind of our first experience with dealing with the cost of high fees and what that does to a business in the blockchain space. And then, very optimistic about Lightning Network. They do their original, protocol discussion. We start implementing a C# version of Lightning Network, but we don't actually follow through. So that was kind of a bit of a journey in the beginning of Lightning, and then that eventually led to developing of a hardware wallet that we were working on at the time. And we built a Bitcoin-based hardware wallet, which, there were a lot of lessons about how to sign Bitcoin transactions and how to, manage UTXOs, because when you're actually signing transactions on a 48 kilobyte microchip, you
and just for
can't
the audience, what is a UTXO?
A UTXO is an unspent Bitcoin transaction.
Okay.
Or unspent Bitcoin transaction output, if you want to get really technical. But so then that's where we kind of got experience working on that. And then 2019 runs around, and then we're building money streaming systems on Ethereum layer 2 Raiden in 2019. So there we were playing again with layer 2.
So it's fair to say that this is, you wouldn't have got to this point without all those learnings.
100%. You really need the experience and the time and the learnings, and got to fall on your face a lot of times before you can get up.
So what is your vision for our company, Dark Fusion, in the future?
So for me personally, I would really love to see Dark Fusion being a front runner in bringing a democratic, egalitarian, sound money, to everyone. I want to see everyone having access to cryptocurrency, being able to trade, being able to empower themselves, being able to, make their own businesses, being able to have point of sale in their pocket, being able to have a bank in their pocket. That's what I want to see. That's my vision.
Well, I think we're on the way there, and it's incredible what you've done. I'm so grateful and appreciative to be a part of this journey with you, Dom. It's been a long road with us, and again, it's just fortuitous that we are here today. Now, I want you to close off just again with how Dark Fusion is going to disrupt this industry, from the NFTs to the smart contract language to tokenizing assets. Just give us a final recap, because the audience needs to hear this, of what we've done.
So we're very excited because we're going to be disrupting the crypto industry in a number of ways. The first is that we're tokenizing assets on the Bitcoin Lightning Network, which means you can take your crypto tokens and trade them instantly with low fees, and you can do it across existing Lightning Network channels, which is very exciting. You can do batch payments, so you can send multiple tokens in a single transaction, and we're providing a simple contract language, which is a UTXO-based smart contract language, which is significantly more scalable than other smart contract language solutions, and will hopefully bridge the gap between business requirements and the current smart contract industry.
Wow. And it's all coming first to the network, to VARA, who have preferential access into this innovation. Thank you for being ambassadors of our system, and we promise this is a significant announcement that we wanted to deliver to you first. We really are changing the landscape. Thank you for your time, Dom. I really appreciate it. We will be doing weekly calls and updates on our progress, and a lot more to come in the coming weeks with some more exciting announcements.
Always a pleasure, Greg.
Great to be here, bud. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Nick van den Berg, the CMO of VARA. It's been a pleasure to witness the evolution of VARA Ambassador Portal into the all-powerful tool that it has become, affording you, the ambassadors, with an unprecedented opportunity to access our greater economy and your earning potential. With the launch has come the equally exciting announcement of Dark Fusion, the technology powerhouse of the VARA universe. With Dark Fusion, we here at VARA are becoming even more empowered. So let's take this opportunity for me to share all the changes and benefits that you can expect in the coming months. Now, before we dive into the details, I want to reconfirm our exceptional compensation plan that puts the power of 5 in your hands, with all its earning ability through VARA points, matching, and added value as you're gaining up in rank. On the heels of Dom and Greg's groundbreaking announcement about Dark Fusion, I'd like to reaffirm the changes that are running alongside it. As VARA ambassadors, you'll be the first to gain access to the opportunity of the Dark Fusion tokenomic system through the Dark Fusion swap mechanic, a limited but stable conversion rate of 100:1 from VARA to DFT, allowing VARA token holders to seamlessly transition into the world of Dark Fusion and participate in the growth potential. This will give you exclusive first access to the simple contract language smart contract platform, enabling users to leverage the power of smart contracts and create new possibilities within the ecosystem. Exclusive first access to the DFT DEX, which is a decentralized exchange, facilitating seamless token swaps and trading between VARA and Dark Fusion tokens. We'll keep on expanding on this incredible opportunity this holds for you. With the advent of Dark Fusion and Dark Fusion tokens, we've enabled more value to our existing packs. But not only that, we've also added new packs to our offerings, all crammed with unbelievable value. Our new free pack is a perfect opportunity to register and get started. Even though it doesn't offer you immediate earnings, you can still enjoy a direct commission of either 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 VARA matching. And remember, this pays out at 10 VARA points to $1. And keep in mind, the free pack has a lockup of 3 months after listing, as we've included VARA in-game assets for you to get started in the game universe. For those that are aiming for the stars, we have created the Stargate pack. Priced at only $3,500, it comes with an incredible 2,000 VP, a generous 20,000 VARA tokens, and 2 access keys. The incredible Dark Fusion swap is included, which will allow for you to earn from the Dark Fusion economy that's powering everything. Now let's explore our Moon Planet solar packs. We've upgraded their content, increasing the number of VARA utility tokens they contain. Now let's shift our focus to an exciting development, the 3-month lead up to our native application launch. We'll be extending the ability to earn up to 80% of the compensation plan. You heard it here, folks, 80%. We'll also offer a fantastic new monthly subscription lined up for you during this period, giving you incredible access to upcoming loot boxes, cosmetics, ship and ship skin drops, as well as funding new compensation pools, which will create a wave of anticipation as we approach this milestone. Keep on saying and wait, there's more. Our new esports earn program will be announced shortly, bringing gamers into the ecosystem in a global first in esporting history, so stay tuned. In the upcoming months, we'll be unveiling a 3-phased approach. Phase 1, with the pre-launch of our VARA Ambassador portal, featuring updated promotions to elevate your experience, and get ready to embark on this remarkable adventure with us as you build out your global organization. Phase 2, which commences on the 31st of July, where we take gaming and esports to a whole new level. Witness the sale of our esports packs designed to fuel your competitive spirit and reward your dedication, where you get to celebrate the merging of gaming and networking. And finally, in September, we reach Phase 3, so brace yourselves for the launch of spaceships, spaceship skins. But that's not all. We're introducing our drop vaults and cosmetics to enhance your gaming journey like never before. So get ready to take your place amongst the stars. Now let's talk about the promotional side of things. We've revamped our compensation plan, integrating ranking and leaderboards to recognize your achievements, for which you'll be rewarded by leveling up, engaging in challenges, and so much more rewards whilst you interact with the new VARA Ambassador portal. Our updated dashboards will tie back to challenges and leaderboard mechanics, competitions, which ensure that you have the opportunity to showcase your sales and organizational strength. So remember to keep an eye out for upcoming pack promotions via the dashboard. And don't forget to claim your DFT conversion pack, as this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So in conclusion, I want to express my utmost excitement for the future that lies ahead. We have reaffirmed our compensation plan. We have unveiled new packs. We have discussed this lead up to the native application launch and delivered into 3 transformative phases. And this is just the beginning. And together, we're here shaping the future of gaming, fintech, and blockchain services. So thank you for all your unwavering support and dedication. Let's embark on this incredible journey together. So stay tuned for more thrilling updates. And remember, VARA is here to empower you. Remember, with VARA, we're empowering you through earning up to 80% on the compensation plan, inclusion of a monthly subscription to access additional pools to earn from, the inclusion of the Dark Fusion swap in all packs, doubling down on all the number of in-game assets per pack. So what are you waiting for? Unlock the power of Stargate to get the most out of this massively vast VARA economy. Ramp up and rank up. Show me that you've got what it takes to succeed In fact, it's my challenge to you. Who can reach to the top of the leaderboards?
Now, I wanted to close out with the one and only Nick van den Berg, our Chief Marketing Officer, Head of Network. Really, he's the guy on the ground, the foundation, the rock of this business. Thanks for joining us, Nick. And just to follow on from my discussion with Dom, amazing things happening here with Dark Fusion. I mean, what are your thoughts?
Absolutely, Greg, and you too. Thanks for everything. Inspirational as always. And my thoughts really are around how this is going to empower the network. Everything that's been happening from a Dark Fusion perspective is really setting the tone for innovation, and which will allow the network layer to earn from ever expanding industries.
Some incredible sort of drops from Dom there in terms of the value that's baked into this technology company and how it's fueling the VARA gaming ecosystem. Now, amazing things like real NFTs, we're talking about first time where you get access to a real immutable digital asset that's really non-fungible. How cool is that?
So cool. It's also, as we've been saying all along, I mean, you and I have been saying this now for a number of months, all of these innovations are now coming to the fore. And if you look at it from a gaming perspective and a network layer, for the first time ever, they're going to have true ownership of those digital assets, which is really incredible.
So really going down to the meat of this, and listening to our conversation with Dom and I, we spoke at length around the Dark Fusion technology, is from a networking perspective, being an ambassador of our business, what value are we giving here?
Well, if we look at it from an ambassador perspective, and you see how all these different components are going to come together, we're going to be able to empower the ambassador with exclusive rights and access to be able to get involved in the wider economy of fintech services, looking in terms of how they're able to expand on their earning ability within our current VARA ecosystem. As we add new layers to that economy, they're going to be the ones that are going to be driving this. And that's why I'm so excited for the ambassadors. As we add on new layers of this economy through Dark Fusion, which is empowering everything, they're going to be able to earn incrementally as they're bringing in new actors into this VARA ecosystem.
That's incredible. And it really, makes true on the promise around creating an economically sustainable system with future earning potential, where we have this massively multiplayer online gaming experience, which we are launching in StarVara. We have the blockchain services now, which adds a new dimension to our product. And we have the future of fintech services, which all is being fueled by our Dark Fusion technology.
Absolutely, Greg. And I mean, taking it back to what I said earlier around our compensation plan and how this is all coming to light, what does it mean from an ambassador as they're buying the different access packs? If you and I have a look at that type of value, it's now all being powered by the innovation from the Dark Fusion business. So, for instance, let's just take the Stargate pack. That value that we have now packed in there, from the access keys through to the Dark Fusion swap ability, that's really starting to empower the ambassador through the VARA ecosystem to be able to start to see how they're earning from these new economies as we bring them onto streams. So very, very exciting from that point of view.
So just to close off here, Nick, just want to highlight a few points that we've discussed and just summarize my discussion with Dom. We're doing a lot of firsts here from a layer 2 perspective, and I just want to highlight the really cool factors of these innovations, which we're going to be bringing exclusively to the network. One, which I'm super psyched about, is real NFTs, a whole ecosystem where you have immutable ownership, a real non-fungible token, forever time, not reliant on any one person or organization controlling it. It really is the future of NFTs. That's my first. My second is how we can really disrupt the financial services and blockchain services industries powered by Dark Fusion and the future possibilities of that. And I'm really excited to see our new site go live next week. where we'll be launching our new website, our new back office, all the updates and information. You can go check it out on our Dark Fusion site and on our VARA.gg site, which is coming.
VARA.gg, yeah.
Which is really exciting. But a lot of these cool innovations, a lot of firsts that we're bringing exclusively to the network.
Absolutely, Greg. And I mean, that is exciting. I mean, you spoke about the NFTs, that they're real NFTs. The network layer are going to be able to see these items in their back office, empowering them through the new gamification layer that we've been able to bring into the new back office. Just cannot wait for them to be able to experience that next week.
And now lastly, I want to just talk to our compensation plan. We put a lot of work into this, and it's always front of mind, empowering people, empowering the network, creating something that's economically sustainable, addressing the challenges of a lot of traditional models that haven't got it right in this direct sales space. So the vision of creating these layer 2 solutions and the learnings that we've gone through was always to address these problems and address these challenges. And it was always about empowerment for people. And I think that is reflected in this compensation plan, what we're doing, you know, the additional incentives and the future of this plan.
So I always talk about the power of 5, and we're living up to our promise throughout this evolution with regards to sustainability. And as you pointed out, sustainability has been everything that we've looked to solve. We've looked to empower the ambassadors through our VARA ambassador portal. So everything where we talk the power of 5 around the different layers that you're able to earn, we've now just added to that. So
Yeah.
Dark Fusion's empowering this now, where we're able to pass back additional rewards and incentives on the basis of this innovation that we've made. And it is just so exciting. I know that the network's going to respond in kind, and we're really building a juggernaut for the future.
Thank you for your time, Nick, and we look forward to seeing all of you join up with our new ambassador program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Now that was sensational, and I'd say well worth the wait. Again, welcome to the new VARA Ambassador Portal and Dark Fusion. Go ahead and take full advantage of your opportunity to gain first access to the Dark Fusion economy. Let's keep looking ahead. Make sure that you join us for our next major showcase on the 31st of July for the pre-promotional launch of our native application as we prepare to launch our first instance of Star VARA gameplay. That will be your chance to witness the perfect integration of gaming with blockchain technology. Also, we are extending the opportunity for you to get in on the 5-star competition to give our new members an opportunity to get involved. There are a few more weeks to go before we see who can move and shake and crush those sales. Best of luck to you all. Keep up the good work, even turn it up a notch. You never know, that 5-star trip might just be yours. We loved preparing and presenting you with today's showcase. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.